Hello and welcome to Happy Duck Sheds. Folks, this one's a little bit of a customization on what we call the utility shed. It's by Graceland. If it doesn't have the G, you really need to see if you can find a building that has the G on it, because it stands for Graceland, but it also stands for great. All right, one thing I want to show you about this is it has a little bit of a customized door on these. These are transom windows that are put into this utility shed right on the door. Okay. This is just a little bit of added space for your place. So let's go ahead and go in. I'm going to show you a few things as we go in. All right, one of the things is I want to show you is just the thought that goes into the doors on these buildings. Okay, those braces right there. These braces can be adjusted to cause tension or release tension so that the doors are always an easy fit. This is a T-handle. And on the T-handles, and the majority of the doors that are double doors like this, it's always a T-handle. Yes, they do come with keys. Yes, you can lock them so that you actually have security for your place. You see there's a little bit of play right there. I'm going to show you a trick real fast. You can adjust it right off of that Allen wrench right there, that little hex head, and you can tighten the door up so that it will not have some play in it. Okay, that's the customer's responsibility. It's not anybody else's. Okay, but I want you to be able to see that part of it. This utility shed, it comes with an 8-foot tall wall, and I'm going to shut the door just to show you guys how much light is still coming in here, even though it's just the transom windows that are on this building. Okay, so we've got one double row there, which means that's 4 feet from the wall. And of course, it's always got the classic crossed over and under interlocking on the top, on the 2x4s on top, and then the 2x4s here with the one butted up to it makes it one of the toughest corners in the whole market. We've got our hurricane screws showing. Hurricane screws drilled right into the trusses. Actually, I don't know if these would be trusses or rafters. I'm gonna have to look one day to find out what that means. What's the difference between a truss and a rafter? But it's still a 2x6 truss, and then the cross member on these are 2x4s, and they have double plate construction. Okay? Now, on the seam, because this is Duratemp siding, it's 5/8 inch thick, and you can tell it's made out of plywood, or it's a plywood type construction instead of OSB. Particle board is what the other would be. And yeah, I would rather have plywood walls any day of the week. These walls are 8 foot tall. I'm 6'1". So right there is 8 feet. You're looking right along the rafter. So this is 12 feet, this wall is. Sorry if I made you a little car sick there, I didn't mean to. And then there's 1, 2.5. So this is your classic 10x12 utility shed. Okay? It's by Graceland. Has a 5/8 inch thick pressure treated flooring, which is ton and groove. So all of these pieces are all interlocked in each other. And when they are transported down the road, they're not going to be bouncing up and down, because the one next to it would have to also bounce up and down. You get solid, I mean, this building is just solid. I just jumped. And I got to tell you, actually hitting the floor was kind of rough. And I don't mean like it hurt me, but yeah, I knew I was jumping off of something solid and I landed on something solid. There's no sponge in this floor. Okay. Oh, I just saw something I need to talk to you about. That's a diamond plate threshold. It's on all the Graceland buildings. Here's the outside look at the DuraTemp wall. It doesn't have to be this color. It can be whatever you want it to be. You can get transom windows or you don't have to get transom windows. Now, I'm going to show you something else right here next to it. Hey, look, we've got another one. But this one doesn't have transom windows. One thing that's consistent in all of them is you can look up there and you see the soffit on both of the walls. Doesn't matter what you get, you're going to get a soffit on your eaves. Okay? And the reason you're going to get a soffit on your eaves is because it works with something else that's been patented or developed by Graceland. And that is the crown molding also covers up vents so that the hot air goes out through the top. It's really nice in here. This is the building that we were just next to. It's a utility shed also. It does not have transom windows. And when that door shut just then, it got dark in here. If you want to have a dark storage, that's fine. Have a dark storage. There's your soffits letting a little bit of light in. And there's your crown rail letting a little bit of light in. Everything else in this one is exactly like the one we were just in, because there's consistency in construction. There's your corners. There's your tongue and groove flooring. There's your double plate construction. 2x6. Oh, and by the way, we got to mention the radiant barrier. The radiant barrier just cuts the heat down in these buildings. You would think, it's like 82, 83 degrees right now outside. You would think this building would be popping at 100. It's not. It's nice and comfy. It's about 4 or 5 degrees warmer in here than it is outside, but that's all it is. It's only 4 or 5 degrees. And it's because the air comes in the eaves, the hot air rises as it is, and the hot air goes right out through the top. And you don't have a hot box. You have a building that knows how to breathe, is what we'll say. So anyway, these are the Graceland utility buildings, utility sheds, I'm sorry. You can buy them from Happy Duck Sheds. These two right here are available right now in Edgewood, New Mexico. Come see Lori in Edgewood, right across from the Walgreens and the Sonic. She's easy to find. Other than that, have a fantastic day. God bless you. And remember, we have space for your place.